A Hollywood name is taking the stand in the federal trial of Diddy Combs. Rapper Kid Cudi testified against Combs today, saying Combs threatened him over his relationship with Cassie Ventura. Both men dated her in the past. ABC's Rena Roy has the story.
Scott Mescudi, a.k.a. rapper Kid Cudi, walked into the courthouse with swagger, dressed in a black leather jacket, jeans, and smoking a cigarette, before he told jurors about the alleged threats he faced from one of the biggest names in hip-hop, Diddy Combs. Kid Cudi taking jurors back to the 2011-2012 time period when he says he dated Cassie Ventura and faced threats from Combs because of that relationship. He says his assistant alerted him that Combs was in his home, testifying that when he raced back, Combs was gone, but things were tampered with and his dog was locked in the bathroom. Kid Cudi says another time his car was set on fire with a Molotov cocktail as it sat in his Los Angeles driveway, the jury seeing photos of the burned Porsche. Cudi testifying he met up with Combs at private social club Soho House in LA a few days later because he thought he was responsible and thought, quote, "this is getting out of hand." Laughter heard in the courtroom when Cudi told jurors Combs looked like, quote, a Marvel supervillain with his hands behind his back, looking out the window. He says when he asked Combs, "what about my car?" he allegedly said with a cold stare, "I don't know what you're talking about." Cudi testifying he thought Combs was lying, and several years later when they ran into each other, Kid Cudi testified that Combs said, quote, "man, I just want to apologize for everything."
Kid Cudi's testimony specifically goes to the racketeering conspiracy. In regards to the racketeering conspiracy, you have to prove at least two predicate acts, and one of those predicate acts that the prosecution are trying to prove is that of arson for blowing up the car of Kid Cudi.
Combs was never charged in that incident, and his lawyers deny his involvement. On cross-examination, Cudi testifying Cassie told him about alleged physical abuse by Combs, but she did not mention sexual abuse. Defense attorney Brian Steele saying both Cudi and Combs were played by the same woman, and Cudi replied, "yeah."
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, there is no court tomorrow or on Monday. Jurors will have a break from testimony for the holiday weekend.